My name is Steve Song, and I have a fellowship at the Shuttleworth Foundation to work on telecommunications and access issues. My chief goal is finding ways to drive down the cost of access. And one of the key ways, or one of the key things I've been working on is a project called the Village Telco, which is about using low-cost Wi-Fi technology combined with telephony to create a do-it-yourself telephone network. The center of the Village Telco is this device here. It's a mesh potato, which is a combination of a low-cost Wi-Fi access point and an analog telephony adapter. What that analog telephony adapter is, it allows us to plug an ordinary telephone into this wireless access point and start to make phone calls. It only takes two of these devices to start your telephone network. You simply plug them in, set the IP address of the devices, and start making calls. There's no server required to deploy this network. You have an instant, autonomous, peer-to-peer telephone network. However, it's not just that. It's not just a telephone network, it's also an internet network. So connected to a server, you can gateway calls to the public switch telephone network, to voice over internet service providers, but you can also offer internet services over the same network. The Village Telco server has a billing engine that allows the operator to offer pay-as-you-go services for voice and data, and it has a mesh network management tool to allow you to visualize and manage the nodes on the network. So the idea is that a small entrepreneur can take this technology and start to offer value-added services. And that might be a cyber cafe owner who already has an internet connection and wants to expand services by offering voice and internet to businesses and homes around. It might be a wireless internet service provider who can use the mesh potato to actually add voice to their existing wireless internet offering. Or it might be cases where, such as IDP camps or refugee camps, where there's a strong need for a strong internal communication network that can be set up very affordably but very quickly as well. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg of some of the applications that we think are possible with the Village Telco. I have to say I owe that to the Shuttleworth Foundation that gave me an opportunity the space to explore this idea and the resources to take a risk in bringing this to market. So without that fellowship from the foundation, I would never have taken this. So, interestingly enough, in Cape Town, in the Burkhart community, people already have mobile phone access and they have landline access. But because the social ties within that community are so strong, they really value talking to each other, and the ability to talk to each other at effectively zero cost is hugely appealing, right? You know, in that you don't have to think about, what's it going to cost me to call? You can just call straight away. And the interesting thing is that on most mobile networks, at least in the developing world, most phone calls are made on the same cell tower anyway. So people are actually calling locally by and large. So the Village Telco offers that possibility to have, to make those calls at very, very low cost.